For centuries, scientists and philosophers have imagined the movements of the heavens as a kind of music, a harmony of the spheres. From the 6th century BC Greek philosopher Pythagoras to the 16th century astronomer Johannes Kepler, many believe that while the celestial music could not be heard with the ears, it resonated deeply with the human soul. This Sunday, October 5th at 7 p.m. at the Planetarium at the Manitoba Museum, the Winnipeg Singers invite audiences to experience that cosmic harmony firsthand with Skyscapes, their first concert of the season. The program features luminous works by contemporary composers including Ola Gjeilo, Elaine Hagenberg, Andrew Balfour, and Morten Lauridsen, amongst others. Prepare to be swept away by a concert that promises to be both breathtaking and transcendent, a true celebration of the beauty of the night sky. And joining me here in the Classic 107 studio, I am joined by Bruce Waldy, who is the choir president for the Winnipeg Singers. Hi, Bruce. Great to have you back in studio.
Nice to be back.
So I have to say, the idea for this concert is genius. When I think of music to accompany the heavens, I think of Renaissance composers, guys like Palestrina, Orlando de Lassus, Josquin, Renaissance composers. But here the choir is exploring the night sky with contemporary compositions. Who came up with the idea and how did the concert come together?
We have a great programming committee and they deserve all of the credit because I certainly never would have thought of this. They also chose the repertoire for the concert, but it's because of their imagination and their dedication to go out and look for things that we have this beautiful selection of music to perform.
Mm-hmm. And it really is just exceptional. I mean, it's just perfect. Can you talk about who's on the programming committee and who they?
Well, it's members of the choir mainly, and obviously our executive director, Pat Ray, and Yuri Klaas, who is our musical director and fearless leader. And they wanted to present a diverse program, but really everything references the sky or the stars or, like you said, the celestial rhythms, etc. And they've really gone for the color and the feel of the music, because it is going to be tied in with projections. Like, we're not in the planetarium by accident.
Yeah.
And last night we had our first rehearsal with the actual projections in the planetarium. And that's going to be quite an experience for the audience. For us, it's a real challenge because we're singing in the dark and we have little red lights. You're going to see little red lights, and we have to try and read our music with the little red lights and see Yuri, our conductor, who's far away in front of us. And that's what really makes it interesting.
So is it going to be projections on the night sky at the planetarium?
Oh, it's projections of all kinds of skies. The stars seen from everywhere, and some little extra surprises that the technician has put into it as well. So it's made for us to go with the music.
Oh, wow. So you're providing a soundtrack to this wonderful
That's
land.
exactly what it is. Yes.
The concert is chock full of great music. I wish we had time to talk about each piece, but I just want to highlight some of the selections so audiences can get a feel for the concert. The choir is performing a number of works by the Norwegian composer Ola Gjeilo. Back in 2019, the Winnipeg Singers performed with Ola Gjeilo. He was here in Winnipeg. What does the choir love about singing his music?
The tonal colors of what he does. He's a guy who looks for the painting almost in an impressionistic way, and he very much is governed by the lyrics that he chooses. He pays very careful attention to that, often using poems or sacred texts. And one of the strange things about Scandinavian countries is they're really interested in Latin, particularly in Finland, which broadcasts the news around the world in Latin every day of the year.
Wow.
They broadcast radio in Latin. But Ola uses all of those things to bring the music and the words into one entity. And that one entity is now combined with light and darkness and color.
Yeah, he's a wonderful composer. Another great composer who's on the concert is Christopher Tin. I love his music. I've interviewed him a couple of times. He is the nicest guy ever. He's won Grammys. Have you sung his music before? And what can you tell us about this piece, Sogno di Volare?
I don't think we have sung his music before. I know personally I haven't, and I've sung 15 seasons with the choir now. He's based this composition on the writings of Leonardo da Vinci. And there's a guy who could come way out of left field. So he's taken various little phrases and things, and they're all a glorification of the heavens as sort of one of God's greatest creations, but also the fact that if we study the heavens, they bring something to us as well. And that's what he's after, I think, in this piece. I'll talk a little bit about it later because we have some special instruments involved as well.
There's an overriding sense of calm and serenity throughout the concert. One of the things that is going to help to add ambience to the concert is the presence of Tibetan singing bowls. What is, you got to help me with the pronunciation, Eric Eisenwald's piece?
That's right.
It's called Stars. What is that piece like, and how does it make use of the singing bowls?
Well, he's another not exactly Slavic. He's from Latvia, so it's a country that really places value on singing, and we're very fortunate to have Al Schroeder in our choir, who is an expert on tonal singing. He can sing multiple tones at the same time, and he's in charge of our bowls. And the bowls, I don't know if you've heard them before, but they're very big and very heavy, and they produce an eerie sound that matches the lights in the heaven. As well as that, we're using a series of 13 crystal glasses. And we tried several configurations in the planetarium yesterday, and we have arrived with something where it's kind of strange because we're going to have our backs to the audience, but the shape of the dome is going to reflect back the sound of our voices and the sound of the instruments, and there's a lot of pentatonic sound in the pieces, and the tone clusters that he uses evolve with the evolution that's happening in the skies above our heads.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I got to ask, is Andrew Balfour piece Anang a star? Was it a commission from the Winnipeg Singers? And what's it like? What can you tell us about it?
Andrew dedicated it to his late wife. So that's where the dedication is. She passed away a few years ago. There are contradicting sounds in it, as you know. We have strings, etc. There's a glockenspiel which plays. This is the only piece we use it in, and that sort of brings out the twinkling nature of the stars at the same time.
He's a great composer. The choir is going to be joined by Donna Laub at the piano and the Vitality String Quartet. What does the string quartet do for the choir? And do you notice the choir sings differently when you perform with the string quartet? Like, does the choir try to match the attacks that the string quartet does?
I'm going to say sometimes, because sometimes we function as one unit, and sometimes we're almost contradicting each other. There are some particularly clear attacks in the violins that go against the smooth sounds that we're looking for sometimes. And we're singing entirely in Ojibwe, which is something that we have done several times before, and Andrew is one of our favorite composers, a local Winnipeg boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful concert. For
Yeah.
you as a choir member, do you have favorite selections that you look forward to singing whenever the rehearsals come up?
Well, yes. The Stars piece, particularly for me, I very much enjoy, but it's really nerve-wracking because I'm in charge of these glasses, and if you spill them or break them, you're in trouble. But my real favorite piece is by Zoltán Kodály, who was a Hungarian composer. The piece that we're performing was written in 1931, but it could have been written yesterday. He uses very dense, rich chords with sevenths, ninths, 11ths, and 27ths on the other end. He's a very tonal composer, so there's a sense of security there, but it's just a rich sound, is all I can say about it.
Yeah, Kodály's music is super progressive in that way.
Yeah.
There is so much Michigas happening in the news. Our lives seem to be constantly plugged in, whether it's social media, texting. I miss the days of the telephone answering machine. Sometimes you just weren't there. You're constantly on nowadays. This concert seems like the perfect peaceful balm for folks leading into another work week. Is that something that you hope audiences will take away from the concert on Sunday?
Definitely. We want the audience to go home with a sense of peace, to go home relaxed and calm and feeling like they belong to a larger universe. Now that's tricky for us because we have to kind of be like swans. We look serene on the surface, but we're pedaling like crazy underneath the water because there's some risky stuff that we have to do, and being able to see Yuri and stay together are all very important things, which we do, but it really is stressful. We have to hide that completely and just come across as serene and zen to the nth degree.
Bruce, it's been really great having you in today. Skyscapes, as presented by the Winnipeg Singers, sounds like it's going to be a truly excellent and just sublime concert. Thanks so much for taking the time to drop by and talk to me today about it.
Thanks. See you at the concert.
For our Classic 107 listeners, Skyscapes, as presented by the Winnipeg Singers, takes place this Sunday night, October 5th at 7 p.m. at the Planetarium, which is at the Manitoba Museum at 190 Rupert Avenue. For more details, visit winnipegsingers.com or go to classic107.com. I've embedded a direct link to the concert page in the article about the concert that you can find up there now. Bruce, thanks again.
Thanks a lot.